Hello, YouTube. My name is Plazukas, and this is going to be my first ever monthly check on the overall revenue for some of these gacha games. And I want to focus on, obviously, Hoyoverse versus Kuro Games. And as you can see here, and this is why I'm going to say, Wuthering Waves is a complete and utter failure. It had all of the momentum, all of the hype. It didn't have like the greatest banner, but the last one with Yinling was really good. And then we had one just before, so we don't know what the data is for that. Maybe it basically skyrocketed it, but most likely it didn't. Most likely it's all these people that are playing it free to play, like Tectone, Mr. Pokey, and this whole culture that you can basically play free to play games free. And they'll just so happen to exist. And I'm fine with that. Like, listen, they can all just die. But Hoyoverse, Hoyoverse games are supported. There are people that are loyal to their games, and they will pump money into them. Obviously, Honkai Star Rail eclipsed Genshin because of the most recent update with the 2.3 update. Firefly, and then Boot Hill, I guess, did very well as well, along with all the other previous things, 2.2. So Honkai benefited greatly. Genshin, even though it had Chlorine, I guess is the name, it didn't do as well. But I mean, let's be very clear. Being 5 years in, even though they want all the numbers, they want more numbers. This is really good. All green, obviously, except Global Honkai. And technically, Wuthering Waves is green, but that's because they had a half month last month, so it doesn't really account for that. 29 million is not a lot. Now, if you look down here in the China numbers, it's 16 million. Again, it's an increase from previous month, but it's only 3 million. It's not that. It's not enough for a new game to come out. It needs to have more than that, and it's gonna just have fall off from this day on. So for me, that's what really matters for me for these numbers. We can go down here and look and just see Naruto Mobile down. You know, they must have had a collab the month previously because they're down. Love and Deep Space, I have no idea what that is. Solo Level and Arise obviously took a huge dive, and I don't expect that game to ever get back to where it was at before. I think it's going to slowly decline. We're not going to go through every one of these. I'm just going to go to the ones that I know. Nikkei is down 11 million. I think they had a collab last month. Summoner's War. I mean, that's a steady ship right there. Let me tell you. Arc Knights down a little bit more. Down a lot. They must have had a collab though. They made 35 million the month prior, so they're doing fine. AFK Journey. That's people are going to be free to play on that game. That's going downhill real quick. Reverse 1999. That's going downhill. People are really big on that game, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's some avid people that play that game, and that's about it. Fire Emblem Heroes consistently right there. We have. Let's see what else we're gonna look at. 1 second. Epic 7, 3 million, 3 million. It's steady. That's the global version, obviously. If we look down here, AFK Arena again, 2 million, 2 million. For global, Honkai Impact third, Arc Knights, Epic 7. The China version actually increased a little bit. Arc Knights must have had something huge, but Arc Knights is still relevant. Ever Crisis, this is not good for Ever Crisis. This is bad, in my opinion. I don't know how Square can justify it, to be honest. So we'll see how long that lasts. AFK Arena's down. It will continue to go down. I'm looking for Astra here. I don't even see it, which means it is going the wrong way. Astra Knights of Veta down 7 million. It's just gone down. It's just tanked. War of the Visions stayed the same for global. It went up a little bit for global for Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, but it's 800K. I mean, that's nothing. That might cover operating costs, but they're gonna want more than that. So yeah, I mean everything else is just abysmal. AFK Journeys down here. This is the Japan version of it. Yeah, it's just a lot of misery down here, to be honest. And I'm not even sure what they need. Maybe $1 million a month to keep operating costs good. But then it's like, at what point do you just say, okay, we're not making enough money here. It's just going to cover people, and we could have them work on other things. So I don't know. But the clear winner here is, they take what, 80%, 70% of the market share of all the other gacha games. This is why these games are as revered as they are. They're supported. People pay into these games, period. And I'd rather all gachas die, which they are dying. Like, they're dying predominantly. They are dying, ultimately. But, if they're not going to die, then why not a turn-based PvE game like this succeed? And I'm all for it, actually, because I love turn-based games, and I want Honkai Star Rail to succeed in hopes that other people think that they can make a turn-based game like Honkai but make it better, innovate a little bit, and then that's the perfect scenario. But yeah, Wuthering Waves is dead. It's dead. It's not coming back. People are not going to support it to the extent that they need to in order to um, make it a critical and commercial success for the long haul. It's not. It's not going to work. It's going to die. And now that we're going to have, Zenless Zone Zero, First Descendant, and all the other games that are going to come out for the later half of the year, plus all the other updates for Genshin and Honkai. And they're gonna, and I'm sure Hoyoverse is gonna compete now with Kuro more than they have ever had. They probably have had things that they've had just to sit on, and now they're gonna bring it out. But that's the numbers, and they're disappointing. They're disappointing for my game Astro, unfortunately, too. Doesn't look like that game's gonna survive past October potentially, which sucks because I really like that. But my name is Swizzikers. If you like this content, like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.